Hey guys, Comics G-Man here again, and I found another article that I want to talk about, and I think it brings up some really good points. Supergirl shocker. Kara is the real Superman. Oh, is she really? Is she really? Let's see what they have to say. Who wrote this article, right? Let's see what Matt McGloin has to say. And Matt McGloin is the editor-in-chief and publisher of Cosmic Book News, a news site he founded in 2008. So this guy's OG. He's been around for a long time. Let's see some of the most recent stuff he's been doing, right? He's been talking about Zack Snyder firing back, what went wrong with Supergirl. So this guy is OG. He does a good job covering stuff. I mean, I don't read his stuff regularly, but I'm saying he's doing a good job here. I could see that. So let me see what he's talking about here. Okay, so one of the most divisive choices in James Gunn's Superman last year was what he did with Jor-El. Supergirl doesn't walk it back. It doubles down, and in the process, it hands Kara Zor-El the heroic message that Gunn denied Clark. The Jor-El change explained. For decades, the core of Superman's origin has been simple and powerful. Jor-El and Lara send their son to Earth to save him and to make him a beacon, a protector who would use his gifts to do good and inspire humanity. The message from his birth parents is hope. Gunn's Superman altered that. In his version, the Kryptonian message was reframed so that Kal-El was effectively sent to Earth to conquer it, a darker, more cynical spin on Krypton's intentions that landed with a lot of fans as a betrayal of who Superman is supposed to be. The idea that the most hopeful hero in comics was dispatched as a conqueror rather than a savior was, for many, the single most objectionable swing in the movie. What Supergirl does with it. However, some fans thought the Jor-El footage was something Lex cooked up, even though Lex says himself in the movie that he wasn't responsible. And even with Gunn saying it, the fans still had hope that Gunn would walk it back. Well, in Supergirl, it's another giant middle finger to the fandom from Gunn, one that fans are not accustomed to from Gunn, are now accustomed to from Gunn and his DCU. Yeah, I was getting that kind of vibe a lot of middle finger vibe in the movie. Supergirl directly references that change and confirms it. Kara's father makes a remark tied to the same idea, that Kal was sent to conquer Earth. So the movie isn't quietly ignoring the controversy, it's acknowledging it and building on it. Oh, here's a little poll. What does it say? Will Supergirl be a hit or a flop? Yeah, I mean, knowing the numbers, 170, 120 million, right? 300 million roughly they put into this, and it's doing numbers like Mobius. I'm going to have to say flop, guys. I'm sorry. Let's see what it says. Oh, it doesn't show me? Wait. Oh, it doesn't show me. Come on. Doesn't it supposed to show me what everyone else said? That sucks. Alright, whatever. Let me go back. Well, in Supergirl... Oh, I said that already. Supergirl directly references that change and confirms it. Yep, we all know that. Kara's father makes the remark tied to the same idea that Kal was sent to conquer Earth, so the movie isn't quietly ignoring the controversy. It's acknowledging it and building it. Then comes the part that stings for Superman fans. Kara's father gives her the kind of send-off that traditionally belongs to Superman. Be a hero. Do good. Use your power for something bigger than yourself. It's essentially the classic Jor-El message, the one Gunn took away from Clark, handed instead to Kara. So Kara is the real Superman. Put the two films together, and the implication is hard to miss. In Gunn's DCU, Superman was sent to conquer, rape, and pillage, while Supergirl was sent to inspire. Kara gets the better, more heroic origin message than the actual Superman does. By that logic, she's the one carrying the true Superman ideal, which makes her the real Superman of this universe, not Clark. For fans who already dislike the Conquer Earth change, this plays as a deliberate doubling down. Gunn has had a clear opportunity to soften or recontextualize the Superman twist. Instead, Supergirl leans into it and underlines it. positioning Kara as the inheritor of the heroic legacy Clark was written out of. Yeah, actually, you know something? You know how you could have like not had his parents be at like that, and we could have found out that Lex Luthor lied or misinterpreted the message. When Kara comes back to Earth, she could have been like, "Wait a minute, let me hear that message that they put out about your parents," and she'd be like, "Clark, that's not what they're saying, Clark. They're saying that we're sending you to Earth to live a better life and to learn from our mistakes," or you know what I'm saying? Like, you know, because Kara still knows the Kryptonian language in this universe, and Clark, he doesn't know the Kryptonian language that we see in the Supergirl movie when he sees her for the first time. So Kara could have actually been a great way to fix that. You see what I'm saying? So that's a big missed opportunity again. Let me go down here. A pattern, not a one-off. This connects to a broader complaint about Gunn's handling of the character. From the start, his take on Superman has drawn fire for chipping away at the hero's traditional, unambiguously aspirational core, and the Jor-El change was the lightning rod. Supergirl reinforcing it suggests it wasn't an accident or a misread on the first go. It's a creative direction that the retard James Gunn is committed to. Don't forget that Supergirl also starts with Krypto, his dog, pissing all over him. Gunn's message is loud and clear. Fuck you. So let's see if there's anything in the conversation here. Let me see. Let me go down. 9 comments. Okay, here's some activity on Matt's article. Let's see what these guys say. Sage. Hollywood is hopeless. Devilman. Typical. I can't believe I was ever excited for James Gunn to take over the DC movies. It took him all of 2 movies to end any excitement I had for them. Roger. It's Jonathan and Martha that make Superman who he is. Although his Kryptonian heritage is an important part of him, Jor-El's role in his life is as his biological father, who sent him to Earth to save his life and keep Krypton alive through him. He didn't raise Clark. The movie gives us Jonathan and Martha as they should be, and that's the most important thing. Oh, look at this, Roger. They don't like what you're saying, Roger. Although I think you put it quite eloquently, and I think it's very reasonable what you're saying, Roger. They didn't like what you said. So let's see what... Oh, look, Cosmic Book News. Probably Matt, right? He answers him. In Gunn's Superman? Question mark. Pa and Ma Kent are dimwit farmers living in a shack. Okay, come on. We don't have to be that mean about Ma and Pa. Nothing like the Kents from the Donner films or Snyder's. Oh, yeah, no, I agree with him there. I mean, I actually, Ma and Pa Kent in Gunn's movie grew on me a bit. I think it's kind of cute. But yeah, like, they're not as, like, as good as the ones in the Reeves movies. But I don't know, dude. Emotionally speaking, I like the interaction between Clark and his father in this. So, I'm mixed with these 2 comments because Roger eloquently explains what's going on here with Jonathan and Martha and what Krypton serves for Superman in this universe. And Matt is he's comparing it to Reeves and everything, which, he could do. But it's crazy. No, it's crazy. I see what they're both saying. I really do. Nicotron. The digital and 4K Blu-ray releases corrected that with a scroll in the background news report saying that the translation was a fraud. Really? I didn't know that. I have the 4K release. I didn't even see that. Or maybe I just didn't pay attention to this scroll. I'll have to look at that. And Neil Bat says, really? Honest question. Nicotron. Yes. Matt wrote this article too. It's on the digital release and 4K Blu-ray. I guess he forgot he wrote the article. Yep, didn't stick. Shaking my head. Wait, I'll just add that tab. We'll look at that later. Nicotron. Completely understand. I struggle with my kids' name. Real quick, let's just look at that. James Gunn's backtracks on Jor-El and Superman digital release. August 15th, 2025. Holy shit, guys. I didn't know that. Oh my god. I'll go back on this. Should I go back on it? No, you know what? We'll just keep going. Holy shit. I didn't notice that. James Gunn may have backtracked on Jor-El with the digital release of the Superman movie, which became available on Friday of August. Gunn 2025. Gunn, for whatever reason, changed things up with Jor-El and essentially made Superman's father into a Viltrumite. That's from Invincible comic. And I'm not just saying that from this. I actually did read Invincible because my friend from work told me about it, and it is a very good comic, Invincible. So yeah, Jor-El is a bad guy indeed in the movie. The movie makes it pretty clear the footage was legit, as Lex said it was, and even Mr. Terrific. I never understood that though. Like, couldn't Mr. Terrific, like, just double check that? Then Gunn came out in a post-release interview and told fans, "They're shit out of luck." Nice, right? From the head of a studio. Yeah, what a dick. Jor-El backlash. All right, so we all know that. So let me just see. Well, with the digital release of Superman, James Gunn may have changed things. Maxwell Lord speaks out. Planet shows Luthor was behind the false images of Superman's parents' message. What? What? I never noticed that. Oh my god, because that's like a really quick scene. That's the scene where James Gunn's brother, who's playing Maxwell Lord, which is terrible casting decision. I'm sorry. You want to talk about Maxwell Lord, guys? I know I keep going back to this, but this guy was a fantastic Maxwell Lord. What is his fucking name? No, what's his fucking name? This guy was great. But I don't know. I'll look it up later. Well, anyway, but this guy looks like a Maxwell Lord. Like, I mean, he just was a great actor. I loved him. No offense, James Gunn's brother, you're funny, but you're not Maxwell Lord. All right. You were funny in Peacemaker season 2 when you were interviewing John Cena. That was funny, but you're not Maxwell Lord, bro. Sorry. Even in Wonder Woman 2, what's his? Oh my God, dude! I should know his name because everyone knows this guy, and like they even started saying like fatigue. Oh, Pedro Pascal. Pedro Pascal, Wonder Woman. Now, I know people hate Wonder Woman 1984. We all know everyone hates that except me. I'm the only guy in the world who likes it. But Pedro Pascal played a fucking great Maxwell Lord to me. I thought he did a really good job. He had a great charisma, a great chemistry. I liked his attitude. The lines, he delivered them very good. Now, I shit on Pedro Pascal sometimes, like about Fantastic Four. But overall, though, I do think he's a good actor, but they just overuse him. And I don't blame him. Like, he's just trying to capitalize on it. He's just trying to make money and, do what actors do. But, like, as Maxwell Lord, dude, I thought he was fucking great. That's just me, though. But yeah, dude. So I can't. I'll have to look at that when I rewatch Superman one day. I'm gonna look out for that now. So that proves that they were trying to go back on it, and then they just went back on it on Supergirl. So right there. So that's fucking stupid because since this is connected to Superman. Wow, that's crazy, man. Wow. James Gunn, you are a special kind of retard. You really are. So you even went back on it like that. What a sneak. What a sneak. And look, only how many people looked at this article, right? There's not only 3 comments. And I'm calling James Gunn a sneak because like that, I never heard of that until I just saw this on accident. Wow. Who are these eagle-eyed fans, man? Damn, you guys are good. You guys are hardcore. You caught that. You caught James Gunn being a sneaky bastard. I always thought it was stupid. I'm like, couldn't Mr. Terrific, like he's a genius, like he could have easily disproved it. Like he didn't even try. Like Mr. Terrific didn't even try. He's just like, oh, I know these guys, Clark. They're solid. They know what they're talking about. These computer analysts, when they check it, it's not a mistake. But Mr. Terrific, like you should be skeptical because the computer analysts that showed Jor-El's parents being evil were Lex Luthor's computer analyst. Huh? I mean, that was a plot hole right there. Holy shit. And this pisses me off now that this is in the 4K and the digital. I have the 4K and the digital. This pisses me off because This now so you didn't even need this to happen in Supergirl because right there you fixed it. So you're being a dick. You're being a dick. I can't believe this, guys. Wow. Look at what they say here. So if this sticks, Gunn is making things right. Gunn is making things right. So what the fuck? If you were making things right like that, why didn't you stick with it? What the hell? What the fuck? I am so confused. What is the best Superman movie? I'll be honest, dude. I like Superman 2 a lot. Ooh. All right, number 3. They got Man of Steel at number 2. Let's see what the conversation is here. Koska. James Gunn is annoying and a massive liar. Yeah, he is. Now rumor is Paramount Skydance wants to buy WB. If that happens, hopefully they fire him. Yeah, I hope they fucking fire him. Especially now that I found out about this. That's low. This is meaningless, Kiel Perkipino. This is meaningless without knowing what it said in the original theatrical release. Yeah, but I mean, if they fix it in the movies now, that's all that matters. Because we're not going to see it in the movies anymore. Now, we're just going to see it on the 4K, digital, Blu-ray, DVD releases, right? Making things right. Too little, too late. He already fucked up. Not only did he already fucked up, but he somehow fucked up even more with Supergirl. All right, guys, I think you're getting tired of this. I'm getting tired. It's late. I had a good time talking about this. I'm going to take a little break. I hope you guys enjoyed. Let me know what you think in the comments.